Let's talk about something you've probably felt at the gaming table, even if you couldn't quite put your finger on it. We're going to dive into the hidden language of magic in our games, and this design shift from old to new.
So, have you ever noticed this? You're playing one game, and the wizard casting a fireball feels like they're trying to defuse a bomb. It's tense. Then, in another game, it's like they're just pushing a button on a remote. Why the huge difference in feeling? Well, the answer isn't really about which spell is stronger or which edition is better. It's about a fundamental change in design philosophy. And welcome to the Dungeon Master's Apprentice. This channel is about RPG design, consequences, and why games actually work at the table. It's a move from something we'll call performed magic to activated magic. And understanding this shift, it changes everything.
So let's start with the old way, with what we're calling the ritual of risk. This is performed magic, and believe me, it is a very different beast. The key word here is commitment. Performed magic isn't just about spending a resource, it's a full-on commitment inside the game world. The caster basically becomes a beacon, They're drawing all sorts of attention and danger right to themselves. And this really shows you the ordeal. To cast a spell, you have to plant your feet, you've got to chant strange words, wave your hands all over the place. You're basically putting up a giant neon sign that says, "Hey, I'm doing something powerful over here, please interrupt me." This forces you to totally rely on your teammates for protection. The consequences are very, very real. Your spell might take ages to cast, leaving you wide open the entire time. An enemy could snatch your magic focus, clap a hand over your mouth, or just hit you. And then the spell just fizzles. All you've done is paint a giant target on your back. This quote absolutely nails the feeling. When the wizard started chanting, it wasn't a moment of triumph, not yet. It was a moment of pure tension. The whole table would just hold its breath because everyone knew the caster was exposed and the outcome was totally uncertain. So it becomes a tactical problem for the entire party, not just the wizard. The question is no longer just about the wizard's turn, it's about the whole group asking, can we really afford the risk of letting you finish this? That question, that's where you get some incredible drama. Okay, let's totally shift gears. Now we're going to look at the power of activation, the kind of magic that frankly dominates most modern games. With activated magic, the whole process is insulated from the story's dangers. It's not a commitment in the world, it's a mechanical choice by the player. It's treated just like swinging a sword, a standard, reliable action that's protected by the game's rules.
And that process is incredibly streamlined. It's just a clean, three-part transaction that happens almost instantly. Let's walk through it real quick.
First up, you just say what you're doing. I'm casting Fireball. That's it. No fuss, no drama, just a simple declaration.
Second, you pay the cost. You check off a spell slot, you spend some mana points. It's a purely mechanical transaction. There's no narrative risk involved at all.
And finally, the effect happens. Right then, right there. There's no tense waiting period, no window for somebody to stop you. You paid the price, you get the result. It's immediate and it's completely reliable.
And here's the key emotional shift. There's no nervousness here at all. When the modern wizard says they're casting a spell, the table feels confident. They know a problem is about to get solved, cleanly and efficiently.
And just look at how the central question changes. It's no longer a tense risk assessment. It's a resource management puzzle. The question isn't, can we do this? It's, what's the most efficient tool for this particular job?
So when you put these two systems side by side, you can really see the core design difference isn't about power levels. It's about a philosophy of exposure versus protection.
Let's break this down. Performed magic exposes the caster. It makes them a vulnerable point that the team has to rally around and defend. It's a tactical liability. But activated magic, it protects the caster through the rules, insulating them from any real narrative danger. It becomes a default, safe option, just like any other action.
And you can see how these design choices create completely different game experiences. Performed magic with all its danger and uncertainty feels a lot like survival horror. It's tense. Activated magic with its speed and reliability creates a much more cinematic action hero kind of feel, where success is kind of assumed.
So why does any of this actually matter? Well, it matters because this one design choice fundamentally shapes the entire emotional experience of your game. Think about it. When the wizard is performing that dangerous, multi-round ritual, what does everyone else at the table do? They physically lean in. They're invested, they're tense, and they're waiting to see if their friend is even going to survive to finish the spell.
But when magic is just an activation, the table leans back. They cross their arms, feeling confident. They're just spectators, watching an awesome special effect that they know is going to work. All that tension is just gone.
Finding this helpful, you can let me know by liking the video or subscribing for more like it.
Now, let's be really clear. Neither of these is better or worse. They just create different experiences. The real problem happens when a game promises you a gritty survival horror game, but its magic system feels safe, reliable, and totally cinematic. That mismatch can make a game feel unsatisfying, and you might not even know why. If you want more personal thoughts on RPG design and consequences, especially the ideas that don't always fit into a video, I write a short newsletter between uploads. There's a link in the description if you want that. So, I'm going to leave you with this. Think about the games you play. Think about the feeling the rulebook promises you on page 1. Then look at how its magic actually works. Does it expose the caster to risk, or does it protect them? Does it make you lean forward in tension, or lean back in confidence? And does that feeling truly match the promise of the game?
And until next time, adventure on.